You wake up, already feeling exhausted. The alarm blares, and before your feet even touch the floor, your phone lights up with a flood of emails, messages, notifications. Everyone needing something, everyone demanding your time. Your day hasn't begun, yet you're already behind. You rush to get ready, barely tasting your coffee as you skim through emails. The to-do list is endless. Meetings stack upon meetings, deadlines loom, and somewhere in between, you try to squeeze in a moment to breathe, but there's no time. You nod through conversations, say yes to things you don't have time for, push aside what actually matters just to keep up with the demands of the urgent. You finish the day exhausted, drained, and yet, when you look back, you can't even point to what you truly accomplished. And the worst part, you know tomorrow will be exactly the same. Greg McKeown calls this the trap of non-essentialism, a life where we are stretched too thin, pulled in 1,000 directions, mistaking movement for progress, mistaking busyness for productivity. A life where we let others dictate our priorities, where we fill every moment with something but never feel like we're making a real impact. We say yes out of guilt, we chase every opportunity out of fear of missing out, and we never stop to ask the one question that could change everything. Is this truly essential? What if instead of doing more, you did less, but better? What if, instead of drowning in a sea of distractions, you focused your energy on only the few things that really mattered? What if you didn't have to hustle harder, work longer, and push endlessly just to keep up? But instead, you could accomplish more by stripping away the unnecessary. That is the essence of essentialism, the disciplined pursuit of less. It is not about getting more things done, but getting the right things done. It is about clearing away the noise, identifying what is truly important, and making a deliberate choice to invest your time and energy only in those things. To live as an essentialist, you must master 3 things. First, you must learn to discern what is truly important. Second, you must eliminate everything that is not. And third, you must build systems that make execution effortless. The first step is exploration. In a world that tells us to do more, to take every opportunity, to never say no, the essentialist stops and asks, is this the absolute best use of my time and energy? Most people treat everything as equally important, but the truth is, most things in life are noise. Only a few truly move the needle. McKeown introduces the 90% rule. If something doesn't score at least a 90 out of 100 in importance, it is an automatic no. Because when you say yes to something average, you are saying no to something extraordinary. But knowing what is essential is not enough. You must also have the courage to eliminate what isn't. This means learning to say no, not with guilt, not with hesitation, but with confidence. The problem is, most people are afraid to say no. We say yes out of obligation, afraid of disappointing others, afraid of missing out. But every yes to something unimportant is a no to something meaningful. Steve Jobs once said, "People think focus means saying yes to the thing you've got to focus on. But that's not what it means at all. It means saying no to the 100 other good ideas there are." This is the discipline of essentialism, sacrificing the many good things for the 1 or 2 truly great things. McKeown shares the example of Peter Drucker, the legendary management consultant who was inundated with invitations to speak, consult, and attend events. But he declined nearly all of them. His response was simple: "I am totally useless at anything except making myself as productive as possible." He knew his greatest contribution wasn't in filling up his schedule with minor obligations. It was in deep thinking, in writing, in doing the few things that truly mattered. The essentialist understands that every commitment, every obligation, every distraction comes with a cost. And when you clear away the distractions, you create space for what truly moves you forward. But even after identifying what is essential and eliminating the trivial, one final step remains: making execution effortless. Essentialists don't rely on willpower. They don't struggle through tasks with sheer effort. Instead, they design their environment for success. They create systems that make doing the right thing the easy thing. If you want to exercise more, don't rely on motivation. Lay out your workout clothes the night before. If you want to write every morning, don't wait for inspiration. Create a distraction-free space where writing is the default. If you want to focus deeply on important work, don't fight the endless pull of notifications. Turn them off, set boundaries, schedule uninterrupted time. The essentialist removes friction, streamlines effort, and builds habits that make their most important work automatic. This is the path of essentialism. A life where you are no longer a victim of busyness, no longer at the mercy of endless demands, no longer saying yes to everything just to keep up. Instead, you take control. You reclaim your time. You focus only on what truly matters. And in doing so, you accomplish far more than you ever did when you were trying to do it all. Imagine waking up each day with clarity, knowing exactly where to direct your energy, knowing that every task, every decision, every effort is aligned with what is most important. Imagine no longer feeling scattered, no longer feeling overwhelmed, no longer chasing everything only to achieve nothing. That is the power of essentialism. So the next time you face a decision, the next time you feel pressured to say yes, the next time you find yourself drowning in obligations, ask yourself a single question. Is this essential? And if the answer is no, let it go. Because in the end, success isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the essential things brilliantly. Less but better. That is the path to a life of meaning, impact, and true freedom. If you like this summary, consider subscribing to our channel. Your support gives us the motivation to keep creating more engaging content.